Is the rear brake actually safer to learn on if you're a new rider? I see a lot of people teaching others that when you're learning how to ride a dirt bike, especially off-road, that you want to start by using the rear brake. Why did they say that? Well, because they feel that the front brake is a little too strong and you're more likely to endo or slide out. So when you lock up or when you use the rear brake, it's not as strong, so it's safer, right? Well, actually, I want to tell you why it's not as safe and not as good to use if you're just starting out. Yeah, it doesn't have as much braking power, but if you're using proper safety gear like dirt bike riding boots and you're not used to them yet, one, your boots are really stiff and you're not going to have good feel over the rear brake pedal. So when you're stepping down on it, you can't tell how much braking pressure you have. So what happens is whether you're sitting down or standing up, you press down on the rear brake and you don't really feel a whole lot, and all of a sudden your rear wheel locks up and then it starts sliding, and if it gets sideways and you don't let go of the rear brake, or if you do, it can hook back up and it can actually throw you off the bike. And this is a very common mistake whether you're on the dirt or the street. You just don't have that muscle memory built up of knowing how much pressure you need to use to slow down the rear wheel. Plus, it's also not as safe because you can't slow down as fast, where in riding a motorcycle, about 90% of your braking is from the front brake, because all that weight, once you slow down, it transfers to the front. You can really clamp down on the brake and slow down, where the rear end is going up when you slow down. So the more weight you transfer forward when you're slowing down, the less weight you have on the rear wheel. This means that it's even more likely to lock up. So that's why it's important to use both brakes, but I don't teach using the rear brake to start out as a beginner. I start with the front. So when you properly learn how to use the front brake, it's not only safer, but it's faster because you can slow down faster. And I want to show you how to do that. Click the link here to watch my video on how to properly use the front brake. This is Kelly Fager from Motocross Hideout. Learn more, ride more, so that you can stay safe and have fun.